Hey guys, I'm going to teach you guys how to gray wash furniture. I got these like cheap little pallets that I'm going to make little picture frames out of. So my first step, I actually use coffee filters to stain stuff. It's cheap, it's convenient, it works. For your first step, you're going to pick up classic gray stain. This is just Minwax. Go ahead and make sure it's stirred. And then just apply the stain liberally onto the board. Now once this is done and dry, it's going to look something like this. And from here, we're going to mix our whitewash. So I have water, and you do about even parts of water and paint. This is antique white, and it is in flat. So we're going to try, I don't measure it out, I kind of eyeball it. As long as it's thinner, it works. Give it a good stir. Might actually add a little bit more paint into that. All right. You guys can see it's a lot thinner. So from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your brush. This brush is not actually gonna fit in there. And you are going to paint onto the dry board. And it is important to make sure you paint with the grain, because you will be able to see lines once you sand it back down. And you want to make sure that the entire board is covered. So once that's dry, it's going to look something like that. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take sandpaper. And I have 120 that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to start sanding it. Not hard, just kind of figure out how much paint I actually want to take off. And again, make sure you're going with the grain, because if you sand the opposite direction, it's going to be very noticeable. And once you get it to about where you want it, you're going to take a lighter sandpaper. I have a 320 block, and I run it over that, and it makes it a smooth surface. And all of that loose, dry paint that's, kind of coming up, it's going to go ahead and smooth all of that out. And then when it's completely finished, this is one that I did earlier. And that's my gray wash board.